Hi, and happy Friday. It's April 24th, and I have to say that I am very honored that you have allowed me in to be able to do this for you. So, thank you. Thank you from me to you. Thank you. So, it was important for me to go outside and to do this meditation outside. And after our Facebook messaging back and forth this morning, I now understand why it was important for me to be outside, and that was because of Peter. And he wanted me to tell you that the way he will be contacting you in the future, Dina, is through the animals and through nature, birds and animals. So pay attention to those things because they will be the signs that he contacts you with. And that is why he came in the cry of a robin. Peter, Peter, Peter. That's what I heard, and boy, he was very insistent that I got that message out. So I'm glad that it was well received, and I'm glad that I did that for him. Very honored. So the first thing that I saw, Dina, when I do meditation is that I ask for my guides and I to meet with your guide, you and your guides, excuse me, and I need really to have everyone's buy-in so that it's easier for me to do that, and I did. And the very first thing that I saw was you were admiring these Boyd's bears that you have, teddy bears. And I kept hearing for charity, do these for charity. And I know that here in my area, I think it's with Albany Med actually, they have bears for the burn victims. And I thought, uh, you know, going on in the meditation, um, when I heard for charity, I heard that you were going to be like dressing these bears for charity, like doing something and giving these bears away to children. And then I heard Reader's Digest. And I felt like it was going to be something really that was going to, once you started doing this, to be very honest with you, I feel that it's going to go viral. And when I hear Reader's Digest, it's like something from like our era, which was really popular. So to me, it's like going viral. And once you start doing this, it's really going to have like a huge a wave of positivity is going to come through this, and you're really going to make a giant difference in the lives of so many people that are hurting. And through that, you will also be able to receive your own healing. I also heard doing crocheting baby blankets. And then that's interesting too that and I don't know. I will be more than happy to like mail that to you. If you want to give me your home address, I could certainly mail to you the notes that I had taken yesterday so that you can see that. But especially since you showed me that picture of that sweet little baby this morning, I heard that you were crocheting baby blankets as well for charity. And I know that the hospitals, again, here in Albany Med, are looking for blankets like that for the babies. So, yeah, so there might be something up in Canada that you might be able to do, to keep yourself busy, right? Because I'm sure that there's times that you find where you need just to keep your mind busy, think about something else. There's also, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but do that. And as you're crocheting these baby blankets, just say a prayer for the babies while you're doing that. And that would be very cathartic for both of you, the babies and you. I also heard that it would be a good idea if you could work with domestic violence victims. If you could volunteer at like a domestic violence shelter, or perhaps just gathering items for a domestic violence shelter. But I saw that you were going to be working more directly with the women because of your compassion, because of your sense of compassion for others. You're going to be able to help soothe them and then help get them to a safe place where they need to be. And speaking of safety, your mom came in right away as soon as I sat down and invited whomever would like to come in. your mom came in right away, and it was so interesting to me because your mom came in, and she like it was like I envisioned I was sitting at a table, and your mom was looking at me, and it was like in a larger room that I was sitting, almost like at the end of the room, if I could describe it that way. And then your mom was standing in front of me, and your dad was looking off, who I'm calling your dad. He was not with your mom, but he was standing behind your mom. A gentleman that I felt was like a father energy to him, older gentleman. And he was looking like at the door, like he wanted to get out. Like he wanted to be able to observe what I was doing, but he also didn't want to partake in having any say in it. It was kind of interesting. So I don't know if you can identify with who that individual would be, but he was there. He didn't tell me his name either. And there was another person there, also a woman by the name of Rose. I felt more that she was a guide for you, but that also may be a relative in spirit. The other thing that I heard very clearly was you have two very close girlfriends. These are longtime friends, friends that you've had, yeah, for a very long time, and I can see you traveling with them. I envision you like going through the airport, and you had a teal blue Samsonite hard piece of luggage on wheels, and you were pulling that through an airport, and you were going somewhere on an adventure, and it looked quite fun, to be honest with you. You were laughing, yeah. You were looking forward to being able to do that. So that was good news. Blessings are definitely coming your way. It did not work out because it wasn't meant to. Whatever that was in reference to, if there was something recently that you felt that you wanted to do, something was thwarted or stopped, it didn't work out because it was not meant to. Um, and don't beat yourself up. You did what you could at the time, and it was not your fault. And after speaking to you this morning, there you go. That's a definite direct message for you, and I know exactly what that meant. Going back to the charity work again, your guides were very insistent that you do that. Um, they were saying you can work things out in private when you're doing this charity work. Um, Obviously, you are a private person, and and that's fine, and you don't have to share your own personal self with these people, but you are also receiving the healing as you are helping others to heal and to move forward on their journey as well. Going back to the esoteric arts, as you well know, will help you to be able to heal in private. But again, when you're ready to be able to do that, and it said, I could very clearly hear the guide saying, "Joy will be yours again. Remain unquote unquote unbounded." So remember not to. It would really serve you best, Dina, to remember to not get caught up in your own thoughts. Like, don't bind yourself up to thoughts of the past. Um, that's there, that's done, and unfortunately, we cannot go back and change anything that we did then. We can only move forward. And as hard as it may be to remember that, or to want to go through it with a finite comb to make sure that we did crossed all of our T's, dotted all of our I's, don't do that to yourself. You did what you could, and then here we are today, and we're going to move on. The other thing I heard a lot was that you were just not feeling safe a lot of times throughout your journey here on this earth. There was a big safety issue for you. Your mom, too, said that she worried about your safety, and not now, but at different times. And you've always been safe because you're always protected by angels. So there's nothing that you need to feel unsafe about, because you are very divinely protected. So you've got the guards all around you. So there's nothing that you need to worry about there. Do what you love to do, not what others expect of you to do. So if it's in your heart and it will make your heart sing and smile, you do that. Don't listen to the admonishment of others. I also see you gardening, and I think gardening for me, I don't know if you'll agree with this, but gardening is very grounding. And if you keep your hands in the dirt, feeling that, that's gonna be very good for you. A very good way to heal. Excuse me. In homesteading, you might want to look into a little bit of that too. Homesteading, and that's just going back to basics. Just living a more authentic, vintage kind of a life, I guess, is the best way to put it, right? And I wanted to show you this too. This was very important. The color orange is also related to your sacral chakra, which is where our female reproductive organs are and whatnot. So I needed to show you that. And I think you'll understand what that means. You just want to remember to make sure that you continue to heal as best you can and to do what it is that you can do. As I had said, I know this isn't for everybody, but grief counseling really is really quite huge here, and I know that it is a huge benefit for when you are ready to do that. There's really, I told you, my heart really reaches out to yours, and I am here. I gave you my cell number, and I'm not kidding when I say that. Anytime you need to talk, vent, cry, doesn't matter. I'm here. Okay. I did pull cards for you. I'm going to send you a picture of that because I already did that when I did the meditation for you yesterday. I will send you a picture of it, but for your shadow card, I pulled the Six of Cups, which to me indicates to me that you're having memories of having a hard time letting go of memories of the past but I feel that it's your childhood. I really do. I feel like you're like going back and thinking about when you were younger with your mom, with your dad, and your sibling. I say sibling. I think I'm picking up that you have one. I don't know if you have more. This is Daisy. Sorry, she came in. She always likes to pop in videos when I'm making videos, and pop in when clients are here too. She's my little healer puppy too. The other I pulled what I did was 6 months in the past, and then 6 months in the future, and so and then of course the present. So I did past, present, future. I'm sorry, Daisy really distracted my train of thought. So I pulled the King of Pentacles, which I really feel was you, Dina. Once you had gone back to Canada, I think your time here in the United States, as a sidebar, I think your time here in the United States was not really everything that you had expected that it was going to be. I think you felt that it was going to be a little bit different, and it was harder than for you to manage than what you had anticipated it being. Yeah, so the King of Pentacles was you going back to Canada, and you were really feeling very grounded at the time. You were finally feeling like you were in your element, beginning to learn again, beginning to feel established, and to really get settled in. And then of course the present was Temperance, which that without saying, you're trying to find your balance naturally. And I'll leave that there because I completely understand that. But in the future, and I had 6 months out, but certainly when you're ready, in the future was the Knight of Wands, which, joy is going to come in, and you too will be able to pick up and find a new normal, if you will. Be wary, Dina, of coming out of the gate too fast. That's just what I would say. Be wary of be wary of well-intentioned new people coming into your circle. I feel like I really need to say that. You might meet just be very wary. I want to say you might meet new friends. You're going to meet new friends, but just be very wary of going off on an adventure with them until you really have everything all checked out and crossed out. Just really make sure that everything is on the up and up, and don't go off too quickly in that direction. Not that I see anything bad happening. I just see that you would be taken advantage of, and I don't want that to happen to you after all that you've been through now. I just don't want to see your good intentions be used. That's it. That's exactly what I meant by that. But I think all in all, I think it's a good thing. You know, I feel that you're really going to be able to find your way. And I know that you're really going to be able to find your way. And again, when you're ready, those esoteric arts, I think, really too will help you to heal as well. Hope you found this helpful, my friend. You know where I am if you need me.